All right, everybody, coming up for you on this edition of Nonstop Tech, we're going to talk to you all about the brand new iOS 6 and crack out waiting for our UPS confirmation.
Oh.
Anyway, so stick around for this edition of Nonstop Tech. Hey, everybody, welcome to Nonstop Tech. I'm your host, Doc.
I'm Jerome.
And Tim's actually over there, but since he has to leave to go back to work, he's just on the sideline. But trust me, he's right there. Anyway, so we got iOS 6 today. And did you do both devices?
I did both devices, yeah.
So did I.
I did one over the air, and I did one via the cable. Just
good,
to see what
so
happens.
you can see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I've had iOS 6 on my phone for a long time.
In theory?
No, I can say it now.
Say it now?
It's out. Yeah, so I've had it on my phone for a while from a developer standpoint. And I added it to my iPad. My phone, I'm actually still running the Golden Master. I'll go in and change it to the real one later. There's not a lot of difference from what I see so far. However, what's funny to me is everyone's going, hey, so what's all the cool new features? And I was like, oh
crap.
I don't remember because I've been messing with it for so long. A lot of it's become normal to me. And
I'm in the same boat.
That's the funny thing about the iPhone. Like some of the new features, actually one of the ones is VIP mailbox. Which really only rolled out on developers maybe like 3 weeks ago. But I've had it for those last 3 weeks. I almost forgot that it was new.
Did Mountain Lion have it already, though?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Also, another one that is super funny is, you know when you pull your mail down and you get the new like rubber band refresh your mail?
Yeah.
Like, I've been staring at that for so long that I forgot that that's just not normal.
But that's awesome that it's finally there.
It's very awesome. And so somebody posted a picture on Instagram, was like, oh, check out the new UI where you pull the mail down and you drag it.
That's not new.
And I'm like, that's not new. Oh, yes, it is. So anyway, let's give a quick rundown on some of the features. I'm going to have to hold this phone in my hand so I can try to remember. Okay, so you start first while I go look for one.
Panorama.
Panorama, okay.
Can't forget that one.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I didn't forget that one. I've actually been shooting panoramas because that one came out with the Golden Master. So I've been shooting panoramas for about a week now, and they're pretty cool, except one small little caveat.
What's the caveat?
If you have a 16 gig phone,
it fills up rather quickly.
And the images roughly range between 17 and 21 megs a pop. So if you're not paying attention, you can fill up a camera roll real quick playing around with panorama.
Did you like the interface stuff for taking
Love the interface.
It's like a little arrow, and it kind of keeps you on track and tells you to speed up or slow down.
Okay, well, let me tell you a funny story about that.
Uh-oh.
The Sony NEX cameras
That's right.
have had that for so long. Again, it was something that I didn't have to learn. It's right there. The one thing that the iPhone has that the Sony doesn't have, because it's basically the same interface, there's a little bracket, and it makes you move. And as you move, there's a little window that you're looking to kind of see how you're lining your picture up. But what they've added to the iPhone, because it has a little bit of accelerometer in it, there's an arrow that tells you if you're drifting.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like slow down and correct yourself and keep going. And the phone is smart enough to fix it.
I love that.
That to me is amazing, and the images come out really, really good.
I don't think I've taken a bad photo with the panorama shot yet.
No, I changed my Google Plus cover page to a panorama from the iPhone over the weekend.
Cool.
And I shot a couple. We went out to a little farm trip, and I shot some from the top of a mountain out on the North Shore, and it's pretty epic. And I tried to shoot a panorama of some goats, but they kept moving. Anyway, so yeah, panorama is really cool. Some of the things, like from a lock screen, speed to camera is much quicker, and it's going to get even faster once we move it to
the new
new phone. Just a small update in the software, but it kind of makes a big deal when you're trying to take pictures.
Actually, call me while you're at it too.
Sure.
That's kind of a big deal too, I think, in my opinion at least. Because I always forget about it.
That's one of my favorite. I don't actually normally call you. I just text you. But let's press this button. Here we go.
That's when he responds to the text. So when he calls me, you have this awesome option now. I'm not going to really show you. We're too far away from the camera. Whenever it wants to call me, you actually have the usual slide to answer. But on the right side, you have this little phone. You can actually lift up on it. You can decline, answer. You can reply with a message, or you can remind me later. Right. And remind me later is awesome because I can say, hey, in an hour, let me know, and then I'll call this person back.
Remember to call you back.
Because usually you're in a meeting or something else, and you forget about it.
So they have some stuff like, oh, I'm busy, I'll call you back, whatever it is. And I went to go make mine a little bit more business-oriented. So I'm like in a meeting or tied up with another customer right now. I'll call you back in a bit. So you can go and customize what those messages are. I even have one that, I can go in and customize it in different languages. So if I need to send a message in Korean to the pops or in Japanese to my friends, again, you just go in and you set your messages up so that you can customize what those remind me later messages are or those text messages are. So yeah, the phone side is really cool. One thing that we also found today, and this has been sort of pain in the butt for the last year, and that's all your notifications through all the devices didn't really perform properly. With Mountain Lion 8.2, right? 10.8.2, and with iOS 6 and iOS 6 on the iPad, now if someone were to send me a message and my devices were logged, all three devices would bloop at one time. Now, I can see where if you're in a busy office and you have all your devices in one place, you might start to sound like a casino, but it's pretty cool that at least whether I'm looking at my computer or my iPad or my phone, I'm not missing messages anymore. Because I've been, at the computer tweaking out and have the phone like across the room and had somebody, like texting me. And you don't realize that you're missing all these messages. So now it's kind of cool. Also, earlier today, we were messing around with FaceTime and Tim tried to give me a call and my computer rings as well as the devices, which is cool. So FaceTime will ring all your devices as well.
They finally unified it because it used to be you had your regular phone number, then you had your iCloud email.
Right.
And it used to always send it to either one, and you could set it was just a pain to get it kind of to be on the same page.
So I find those to be really, really helpful. Now, what else did they add? Well, a lot of it has to do with Safari.
Yeah.
And something that I've been using for a while, which I think is really cool, is it's super easy to share things from Safari. But the other thing that's great is if I have a bookmark here on my phone and I decide, okay, I want to see this on a bigger screen, I can literally go on my iPad and retrieve that URL and look at the exact same thing. Yeah. So I think that is super, super handy.
And I have, it shows everything. My iPad, look at this actually. You've messed around with this, right? The iCloud.
Yeah, iCloud tabs.
That's, my personal MacBook Pro's on there, my work computer's on there, my iPhone, my iPad. Everywhere I have open tabs. That's actually really awesome.
It's very, very handy because that's one of the things before it used to say get a confirmation code and then you want to go and use that on your computer or you want to pick up and move that to your tablet. It was kind of a pain in the tuchus, but now with iCloud tabs you can get to all of those on all your devices. Now recently I've been checking out using the Chrome browser instead of Safari, and that's also built into Chrome. So if you happen to be a Chrome browser user, you can do the same thing. Using your Google Sync. It'll allow you to see your stuff. One thing that I wish the Safari version on the iPad had is what they do have in Chrome is, some sites will read an iPad as a mobile device, but if you look at it and tell it let you see the full site, they perform really well on the iPad as a standard style computer browser, Facebook being one of those. YouTube also being another one. With Chrome, you can say, show me the desktop version. With Safari, you have to hope that the person who crafted that page has a link on the page that allows you to do that.
And they usually never do.
And a lot of people forget. So I like the ability to switch out. If you notice right on the bottom of google.com, say on an iPad, it says view Google in tablet or classic mode. So if you tap on the classic, you can do it. But again, Google's smart enough to put that on the page. A lot of web developers don't do it. So any developers out there, if you're paying attention to us, make a button on the bottom of your page that allows me to switch it to normal if I'm using my iPad or a Retina-based iPhone. A Retina-based iPhone like the iPhone 4S and the new 5 that are coming out, they will look perfectly fine. We'll do a little scrubbing around, but they're designed for a much bigger screen, right? So what else about iOS were you really, really stoked about?
You can't forget about Siri. She got a couple new tricks, man.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Siri's cool. Siri's super cool. Now you can book a table reservation if you want to go grab a bite. You can tell her things like update you on the score of a game if you want to know what's happening. So let's see.
That's good for you. I know.
How'd the Red Sox do today?
Not well at all.
Shut up.
Okay, sports fans, let's take a look. Here's how the Red Sox are doing right now.
Yeah, we suck.
What's a good movie to watch?
She's going to tell you that's subjective.
I know.
That is a very subjective question. Here's what others have found to be the best
These are
movies.
some crappy movies, man. No,
Treasure of the what? What is that?
I don't even know.
Wait, I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to say reply with a message in a meeting. What's up? Actually, I need to make one that says podcasting.
I should ask what movie's showing in the theaters. This is actually giving me recommendations and movies I should watch.
Oh, nice. Okay. What's showing in the theaters right now? And I believe she's pulling this info from Fandango.
Searching the web for what's showing in the theaters right now.
Oh, no, not this time.
And what's also cool about this now is with Fandango, if you were to go ahead and purchase a ticket, it'll show up in your passbook. So that's kind of cool.
That actually helped out a lot. I hated having to stand in line. Like here, and I wonder how that works. I'm going to have to test it, and I'll have to get back to everyone.
It's super weird. I haven't gone to an actual regular movie in a while. I just prefer to watch it at home with a huge bottle of sake and some epic food. But then again, I have a nice, home theater type setup. Something about people in the irritating ass kids at the theater drive me nuts.
That's true. While we're talking about tickets, you want to talk about?
Sure, passbook?
Yep.
Okay. So far, the only app that I've gotten to pretend to work is Walgreens. I want an iPhone. I want one right now. You can get them at the Walgreens.
Oh, man, don't even
So you having macro flashbacks?
Yeah.
Walgreens works. I know that a bunch of people have been updating all day today. I ran through today literally 45 updates.
Yep.
And every time you keep thinking the list is over, the more keeps coming in.
Well, they said they're going to be aggressive in getting those updates out.
Right. So I know that Starbucks said that they were going to be one of the guys. You can go to passsource.com and make your own if you just want to play around. But it's going to be a couple days before we see stuff really pop in with Passbook. I'm thinking we might use it as a way of using it for tickets for the greenhouse. Some people want to come to an event, they got to just show their phone and maybe we can generate some Passbook. It'd be just kind of
really
cool.
Actually.
Honestly, I think the stuff that's going to make the make the update for the OS really, really shine. They're really, really tiny minutia, and in the grand scheme of things, they're awesome, but I don't think it's the kind of thing that people are just going to jump up and down and know. Some of it we're going to notice because we're going to be getting new phones, right? But a lot of this stuff like Maps, right? Honestly, Maps is cool. It's gotten better. It is kind of beta for Apple right now. It's not going to be as feature rich as Google, and there's a lot of people whining on the web.
A lot of years ahead.
But Google had a lot of years, working on that. So we got some ways to go with that. Facebook integration is just wicked. FaceTime is cool if you're on Verizon. I like the fact that the YouTube app is gone, and now you have to go download a separate app.
Or you can go to the webpage, which is actually better than the app was.
Well, because the app hadn't been updated in so long, and everyone goes, "Oh, they're fighting," or Apple's blocking Google, or Google. No, Apple was just like, "Look, gang, you haven't updated an app for almost 6 years. We got to do something about that." So that was it, and put them to task, and they created a really cool app.
It's
now,
awesome.
It requires double scaling on the iPad because there's not an iPad version yet, but I'm sure give them a week or two and it'll be there. But on the iPad, again, use Chrome or use Safari and just use the regular web version, and it works really cool. Come on.
FaceTime over 3G, because you guys tried that earlier.
I guess we're lucky. We're in a place where we can get to Wi-Fi super, super easy. Everyone's so happy about FaceTime over 3G, FaceTime over 3G. I don't get it. Like, I don't want to talk to...
Yeah.
But it just, to me, that's dumb. Like, why do you care? 3G is so slow.
Different on LTE, though.
Yeah, well, then it's not 3G. It's FaceTime over LTE, and then that will be fine.
It's, okay, FaceTime over cellular.
FaceTime over cellular. Okay, let's call it that. All right, well, it does work, and it is, I guess, okay, but we're not going to really know until we try it out on the thing. Now, we really just got AT&T to do LTE in Honolulu today.
Yeah, it went live today because I saw
there
a
were
couple
test
people posting
pockets
about it.
for a while. There's been a bunch of people running around with test devices for a while, but like it really rolled out today.
That's
so
awesome.
We'll really find out how well it works on Friday. But again, like, I've been on a trip and attempted to use like Tango or Vox or some of these other guys just on the cellular network.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
Yeah.
So I don't get the point. Like, I can text you faster and deliver the same conversation much quicker
What'd
than...
you say? I can't hear you. It broke up.
Yeah. Repeat.
Are you
Oh,
stuttering?
what? Oh, wait a minute. You're stuck. Oh, what? Yeah, it's dumb. So, I don't know. That wasn't a big whoop to do for me, but everybody wanted it just so that they can say they can.
Biggest change, best change, the clock on the iPad. Come on.
It is actually cool. You got the stopwatch there now, which tells us we've been talking for like 17 minutes. You have the alarms. The world clock on it is amazing. Like it's beautiful. It's just a clock app. Okay, let's not get crazy. You know, there's not time to sell the farm yet. It is literally just a clock app, but it is so beautiful that it's pretty dope.
And like I mentioned, it shows the weather too. Yes.
Yes.
Siri on the iPad now too. Did we talk about that?
Siri on your iPad.
Oh.
My iPad don't Siri.
What?
Not on two. Not on the 2. Only on the
It's
iPad 3.
actually pretty cool. I haven't used it yet. I install it and I'm gonna have to mess around with that. So it's gonna be awesome to send texts and stuff.
So I think the main things for the iPad are the VIP mailbox. Yeah, like you said, Siri.
Actually, I used the VIP mailbox a couple of times now.
So
Like at work, I can ignore a lot more emails now.
Even though we didn't get Siri, did we? No dictation either. So yeah, that doesn't work. Anyway, for me, it's just speed increases on the iPad. Everything seems a lot snappier. You know, gestures seem a little bit quicker. It has less tearing and stuff when you're doing gesture-oriented stuff.
Yeah, it's not really. I mean, not that many changes. Oh, you're trying to.
I love that. I love quitting apps by just doing a grab.
Yeah, that thing.
That is wicked. Here we are playing with our iPads.
While we're supposed to be talking,
live
you guys
on
get
the
info.
interweb.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Anyway, so that's kind of a quick run through. We're talking nearly 200 features, and if we sat down and did them all, we'd be here for like an hour.
Oh, I'll be here all night, man. We can talk forever.
I really can't wait until Friday to see, you know, how these things shine on the new stuff. Oh, we did forget two. We forgot 2 major ones. We forgot gameplay.
Okay. Game Center. That's right. There's a lot of things
Game
changed.
Center. Sorry, I meant to say AirPlay and Game Center, but I said
Put 'em
gameplay.
together.
So, AirPlay is amazing. It works really, really well. It's been nice up until now. It's a lot smoother, and there's Game Center is just a little bit, you know, more active. You can do a little bit more stuff, and we now have Game Center for the computer. So I guess that's it. Go ahead and do your picks while I go grab mine from the table over there because I forgot.
Oh, you got a big item. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Go quick.
So my pick, actually, for people who wanted to save a little bit of money, the podcast app was updated also, and you finally have iCloud sync for the official Apple Podcast app. So a lot of people were complaining that why the heck would you not sync via iCloud with your podcast app? Because you wanted to kind of keep them the same. Because iCatcher did it, Downcast did it, all these podcast apps did it, and now Apple's one finally has it. And best price. That's
Keep
awesome.
Keep talking.
That's great though. You interrupted me, man.
Keep talking.
So the podcast app allows you to sync all your podcasts across your devices now. So, and it's free. Best thing ever.
Okay, this little guy here
That's awesome.
is a revolved dolly. It's a neat little camera dolly designed for DSLR, or you can use it for the iPhone. If you buy the whole kit, you get these little magic arms, which are really great for putting your camera on. You can kind of work it any which way. And once you turn it, it locks the arm in place.
Dude, that's awesome.
So then you screw it on top of the dolly. And if I were to remember to bring the glyph with me, then you would
Oh, you
see
could have
it.
mounted it.
Yeah, you can mount the glyph. Now the other thing that's cool about this guy, let me take this back off, is he also comes with a full-size head so that you can run like a 35 mil.
That's cool.
Kit, come here. Okay, so there's the arm. In this box here is a full-size head, which you can place this guy on,
Oh, wow.
and then pop it right on the top here. Put a real camera. Now, another part that was super impressive to me, 2 arms.
What else is in that bag, man? Holy
Yeah, it came with a set of pipe clamps. So what these are for is you go to your depot store and you buy some PVC or stainless steel pipes and you put it like so. You know, you can make it as long as you need to. Of course, the longer you go, you might have to go from plastics to steel. But then they're at the right distance so that when the pipes are in there, the wheels will fit right snugly on the pipe.
That is awesome.
And then now, as you can slide it right across the pipe, it will slide perfectly. Now, the other thing that's cool is it has little markings on so that when you turn your wheels in, like say I want to turn this guy to the third mark, and then we're going to do reverse camber. Sorry, racing terms. So now I can get my right around the old Angry Bird.
That's awesome.
Right? That's a little bit too much, so we can adjust. Let's go to this number.
Where can you get these things? Holy crap.
This was a Kickstarter project.
Okay.
And it's called the Revolve. But look, now I can go around my object.
It's like super smooth.
Yeah, it's really smooth. What's cool is they're just standard issue skateboard wheels. So if you found yourself wanting to, say, upgrade wheels to a stronger set, it wouldn't be that hard. You know, you can do wide curve. It's pretty cool, right?
Ooh, that's
so
awesome.
It's a Revolve Dolly. You can get it at Revolve, like, you know, the word revolve in a circle, dolly.com. And I would suggest at least getting the 2 arms. But this one was so well put together because the arms will fit in like different pukas, holes. So you don't have to use it like right in the center. You can have lights on one and, you know, other connectors on the other. So that's the Revolve Dolly. Don't roll off the table.
That'd be bad.
And it works really, really well with both iPhone and a lot of your small DSLRs, like the T4i that we're shooting with right now.
That's awesome. Man, I'm going to pick up one of those, actually. You can do so many cool things.
It's kind of cool. Oh. There's another version called the Pico Dolly. The difference is this one's a little bit more versatile. I think the Pico Dolly came out first, and I think the guy just took the ideas of the Pico and just took it to the next level with the Revolve Dolly.
That's cool.
So that was my pick today.
That's a good pick.
All right, cool.
I'd use that thing.
All right, so don't forget, we're going to double up shows this week. We're going to be coming back again right after we get the iPhone 5. Hopefully there's no hang-ups at UPS.
Yeah.
I'll be hanging out at UPS, like yelling at folks, waiting for my device.
Mine's coming to work, so hopefully they should come earlier in the day then.
Good. All right, everybody, if you notice a slight jump in the cut, it's because the battery died, so we had to redo this again.
Sorry.
Anyway, we will come back again pretty soon with another Nonstop Tech, and this one's going to be about the iPhone 5. We're patiently waiting for shipping confirmation, so we'll probably be back in a couple of days. So don't forget to check the links. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, send us it to questions@nonstophonolulu.com. Once again, I've been your host, Doc.
And I'm Jerome.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Mahalo. Aloha. See you soon.